Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. I am very happy to welcome all of you to this spiritual session in English organized by the World Community Service Center IT team. Dear Sky Meditators, we are not separate in this world. We are linked by the universal force, which is called universal consciousness. As our Guru always insists, we should practice to generate good, pleasant waves by pure thoughts, words, and deeds. Only here we can understand the benefit of blessing someone. Blessings play a vital role in our life, and it is one of the important philosophy given by our Guru. To explain this in detail, we have our honorable guest of speaker today, Senior Professor Dr. S. Lachmanan from Alyar. Sir was working as an agricultural scientist in Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Coimbatore. His field of specialization is agricultural entomology and served for 35 years in crop pest management and had published more than 100 research papers. In the pursuit of realization, Dr. Lachmanan came across the works of Yogiraj Sri Vedatri Maharishi. When he contacted our Guru through a letter, Guru himself reached his village and blessed him with initiation in simplified Kundalini Yoga in the year 1968. He is one of the senior most disciples of our Guru and rendering his valuable services for more than 50 years. After his retirement from Tamil Nadu Agricultural University service, he is dedicating himself fully in the services of WCSC as senior professor. At present, serving as Director, Research and Development, dedicating mainly on research projects related to the philosophy on benefits of blessings. I now request our Senior Professor, Dr. Lachmanan Sir, to deliver his speech on the topic Benefits of Blessings. Be blessed by the Divine.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். My mind deeply set upon the great divine and our Guru Sri Vedatri Maharishi. I wish you all good health, long life, enough wealth, fame, wisdom, and peace. By the divine grace, may you all enjoy. வாழ்க வளமுடன். May the divine bless you, protect you, day and night, at all places, in all times. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Good evening, all. I am very much thankful for the Directorate of IT and the person who had introduced me to all of you. Before entering into thinking about the topic on benefits of blessing, we have to understand some of the basics about nature. Man is a part of nature. All the secrets of nature or about the universe are contained only in the mind of man. No other living being do have that. Once man understand the greatness, the value, the glory of the mind and its orders, his conduct and way of life changes for a betterment. In the light of this knowledge, certainly he will have a very virtuous way of life and the bliss of that divine. It is this life of bliss, we can call it a gift of nature to humans. The substrate of the universe is only the absolute space. It is truth, which is also called, the same truth also called Almighty, God, and by some other names in different languages. We have to understand well about the qualities of that great divine. Normally, people do not understand these qualities properly because most of them are having only the knowledge gathered through the five senses only. The body limited knowledge only, most of them do have. Though they have the great mind to understand, they restricted, their way of life is like that. So their life is more materialistic. Because of that, they are not able to understand the base, the great value of that divine. Great thinkers tried to explain all those things. Our sages through ages tried, and they gave a lot of knowledge about this nature. But in the course of time, further exploration and understanding was not possible for so many reasons. But our Guru, Yogiraj Vedatri Maharishi Avargal, wanted to know the cause for the problem in mankind. That's how he entered in deep thinking and brought out some more knowledge about the great divine Almighty. He gives the qualities of absolute space consisting. It is a plenum, force, consciousness, and time. Plenum means it contains everything. It is a totality. It is only from that the entire universe came out. The second quality is force. In its origin, the absolute space is the totality. It is um, without any action state. But from that absoluteness, the appearance of the whole universe should come. For that, action is needed. Where this action was, it is only in the absolute space. So, for the movement, it is having force by itself. It is inherent quality of that great divine. So, that force is inherent and it is existing in it as self-compressive surrounding pressure force. Swamiji calls it as, it is a force with a kinematic quivering. That's the very minutest vibration, trembling like. That is the cause. That is the expression of a force. Because of that only, that absolute space got converted into Panchabhuta, then universe and all. The same absolute is having another third quality called consciousness. What is consciousness? Swamiji gives it as a simple definition. It is the functional order in the functioning, in its functioning, starting from energy particle up to humans. This consciousness is inseparably interlinked in every stage in the evolution of the universe up to humans. Among the living beings, sensual perceptions are restricted to body consciousness up to five sensed living beings. The same consciousness that is present in them, functioning only as instinct. They do not know to think for themselves and act. But in the case of humans, the same consciousness elevates by itself to the state of completion to merge with its own origin, the great divine absolute. One of the important qualities of consciousness is for every action, there is a result. No one can alter it or deny it. This we have to bear in mind. An action may bring a result immediately or a little later, but the result will be there. No one can escape from that. To know in detail about the role of consciousness, one of the effects of blessing, we have to understand some basics about our body, life force, and the mind. These three are very, very important. Our body, it is the physical aspect, physical body, which is called Sthula body, Sthula Sarir. In that body, life force is a functioning. We cannot see it, but it is the body. It is the cause for the functioning of this physical structure, our body. It's also called Sukma body or astral body. The third aspect is causal body. What's the cause, which is the cause for everything? It is the divine absolute, which is also functioning as consciousness in our body. Considering the physical body, for that, there is a center and also a limit for it, normally as a periphery and all. Consciousness that is present in them, functioning as instinct. It elevates itself to the state of completion to merge with the absolute space. The God, one of the important qualities of consciousness, I think I had mentioned, I should not repeat it. For life force in the body, there is a center. It is the genetic center. But there is no limit for that. It can expand to the extent of universe and it can expand up to the totality called Brahman. For the divine absolute, there is no center or limit. In its manifestation, the absolute space is functioning as a consciousness in everything. This is called the total consciousness. The same consciousness, when functioning in the body, it gathers experiences which become characters. It contains everything from the start point up to now. At the human level, it is called the knowledge, which is learnt in the human being, as human beings. In all counts, it is only consciousness. The consciousness functions to the extent it is used. Understanding well the existence of Almighty, functioning as orderliness and coming out as a result for every action, man becomes more and more conscious about his activities. This awareness brings in him the virtuous way of life. Interdependency in the life of humans is inevitable. Because of that, man is to adopt certain regulations. That should be a virtuous one. Virtuous means understanding the relationship between each other and then living with morality, not hurting anyone in any manner, because everyone is dependent upon others for his survival and upheaval. At the same time, everybody is getting everything from the society only. So he is committed to the society. The knowledge and everything is only from the society. So he feels that he has to render back what he is getting all through till his death. That way of understanding makes him to give back whatever he is getting as duty, committed to the society. The next one is the charity. These are all the virtues. Charity means running to the help of others, the possible way helping those who are in difficulties. To the extent of understanding and adoption these truths in life, humanity will flourish and exist in peace and prosperity. Peripheral knowledge limited to the body is leading to an emotional way of life. Human life becomes more tensionful and restless. But when oneself understands well the existence of this functioning of nature, he becomes consciousness in his activities. For his existence and entire society, the whole world is working day and night all over the world. When we question who are all those, the society, the members, all are only the reflection of the same divine. Only divine. For his survival, the whole society is functioning. This understanding leads him to feel the thankfulness and then the virtuous way of life. This commitment makes him to maintain good relationship with others through heart and mind. This way, blessings come in his mind. The expression of thanks through realization of truth, the existence of divine and its functioning in everything comes to reality. Without understanding deeply, many people express this feeling of thanks outwardly. It is only up to the tip level. This is because of habits only. It is not coming out from the heart with a feel of the whole thing which we are talking about. But with the proper understanding about the divine and its functioning, the same word comes more effective and creates a cordial relationship, a true relationship develop among people. In the peripheral way or with a body limited consciousness, when man lives, his mental frequency is found to be very, very emotional, and the frequency is calculated to be between 14 to 40 cycles per second. But with the development of knowledge and the functioning of nature, his mind comes down in the frequency. When he realizes this truth, that frequency comes down to 8 cycles per second. This is called alpha state. This is in a calm state of mind. Then man is able to think calmly. He can decide properly about his action and the result, and so on. When the mind is attuned further and further, the frequency comes down further, down up to 5 to 3 cycles per second. This level of frequency is reached when we meditate at Turiya state. Here, the waves are very strong and penetrative. The mind is well expanded and more clear about the action and the results. Decision making develops very well. His journey towards perfection and attainment leads him to constant awareness on the cause and effect. Purification is needed. For that, he streamlines his mind towards his activities. Because of his activities, only good thing should happen, not only to him, but to everybody. In that way of constant thorough awareness, slowly and slowly, whatever he brought as Sanchita Karma and Prapta Karma, wane off in the course of time. No more commitment of sins occurs. That way, purification starts from that point onwards. The thought waves from one reaches the others. So, after understanding all those things, he is a well-wisher to everyone. Interaction between him and others will be very cordial. Thought waves about the wellness of others develops good relationship with others. That way, by wishing the wellness, otherwise called blessing, we can make everyone a good friend. Their unwanted habits also, their attitude also can be changed. The waves from us go and reach them, they become more and more good person. That way, we can change the attitude of others to a good aspects. We can bless anyone as we meet. Our thought waves only go to others. What we think will go to them and will create an impact in them. That impact is highly dependent on the depth and strength at which we do with understanding. That is the frequency at which we are. According to people, when we are deep in mind at a theta range, that is at thurium level, the penetrative effect is more. When we wish anyone at that level, it will create that. It functions well. The result may come sooner or a little later, but certainly it will cause an effect upon them. As I told earlier, this is dependent on the imprint of the individual also. One may think whether my thought waves will do immediately that effect, that good effect which I wish. It may create immediately, or it may take enough time also. It is dependent on their imprints and their strength. Certainly, it will cause a desirable result as we wish. If thought were, for example, I tell, if thought waves goes as curse, we suppose, it also causes bad effect on the person. First, it causes bad effect first on the person who is cursing. Then only it causes that effect upon others. So it will bring again the bad effect in the society. So let us not have that aspect. It is cursing also is an action. It will cause a bad impact. But what we need is only good relationship with everybody. Our Guru Yogiraj Vedatri Maharishi has given the Tara Mandram based on such effect of a cause and effect system and the way the mankind should live. So he created that mantram called Valha Vayakam Valha Valamudan. That means, may the world be blessed. May all be blessed with all prosperity of life. The example Swamiji gives to explain this, to explain what the deep thinking and then passing good thought waves to others. It needs a deep mind. For that, he gives an example, the bow and the arrow. To the extent we pull backward the cord, the string of the bow, the arrow will go farther and farther. Likewise, when we are in calm and subtler level through meditation, the thought waves are stronger than normal condition. So meditation help us a lot to live in good understanding. Meditation leads to understand the self and the relationship with the divine, the relationship between the individual and the society, the relationship between the self and the nature. That way, understanding leads us to a good way of life, helping us towards the goal of life. What we are committed through commitments, through doing of sinful activities, we gathered as impurities. What is preventing to reach the goal of life, the divine, is only the impurities. The same divine is existing in us, but here in the body, it is with the impurities. So, to wash off all those things, we have to understand all those things, all these truths, and always the thought should be only to do good things. In the course of time, all the Sanchita Karma and the Prapta Karma will wane off slowly and slowly, since we are always with the consciousness of perfection, sublimation, and reaching the goal. For that, our Swamiji brought after the meditation, we have to bless everyone, starting from the self. Blessing the self is called auto-suggestion. There, most of the meditators know well, by the grace of divine, I will enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, fame, and wisdom. Good health is needed. To attain the goal of life, we need good health. We need also money. We have to work and then earn enough money. Also, we have to live as long as nature has given. And also fame. Our attitude should be only help others. Those who are helped, always praising. That is called the fame. That should be the need. Likewise, the auto-suggestion is like that, wisdom and peace. Then bless the family members. It starts from their life partner. Here, the husband is to bless the wife the same way wife is to bless the husband, because of the good relationship, the family will develop very well, the children, the descendants, and everything will be there. So we have to bless the life partner, then the sons and daughters. Bless them, bless them. Our good thought waves go and help them, guide them towards that perfection of life. Then blessing close relatives. Because of the good relationship we are developing ourselves well in the society without forgetting. We have to bless also the relatives, then bless the friends, brothers and sisters. The life force in us also is running in them. There may be differences. For that, we need not uh, feel bad about them. There may be some wrong thing between wrong understanding, but the same life force is functioning. Keeping this in mind, we have to bless them, forgetting all the wrong thing they are doing. So bless the brothers and sisters, then bless also our friends. That way, bless also others who are helping in our day-to-day activities. Finally, he wants to, he tells that we have to bless the enemies. Here, this is a very, very important point. Normally, we don't feel about blessing enemies because he is a wrongdoer. He had given so many problems, difficulties. So why I should? Can I? Is it worthy like that? You may think. No, 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 no. Even in such people, the divine is existing. We have to see that way. We bless them. He turns it towards the betterment. If he becomes good in his attitudes and activities, the world is a benefited. So we have to bless our enemies too. Then bless the whole world, all those things. The whole world may enjoy prosperity, peace, wisdom, and peace, like that. So blessing is an act. The basic principle is this: blessing is an action. According to the law of nature, every action, there is a result. So no one need to have any doubt about blessing. It is an action. When we clap our hand, the sound is imminent. No one can stop. So keeping our mind well broadened through understanding, we bless everybody. It will function properly. It will cause the proper result. So once I was with the Swamiji, I like to tell some more experiences uh, with Swamiji's explanation. One person asked Swamiji whether my good wishes will work. You are a great person. If you wish, it may happen. If I bless anyone, will it happen? Swamiji told, it is a cause and effect system. Whether you wish or anybody wishes, it will cause an effect like that. Then I was sitting by the side, Swamiji told, here is a scientist. He can do some experiments and then explain through experimentation. That way I developed interest to show this through a scientific experiment. What I am telling, short, long back, about some 30 years back, not 30 years, 40 years back, I started thinking about this cause and effect system, the benefit of blessings. So I started blessing rose plants. Around 23 varieties of roses were there. I started blessing them morning and evening. Of them, one rose plant gave a shoot without thorn. That was a red rose without that bud, flower bud was so plumpy and big. So that coincided, synchronized with the Swamiji's birthday. With the permission of that plant, I cut it and then presented this to Swamiji. Swamiji smiled and told, see, this is the effect of blessing. Thornless shoot. This was the beginning of my scientific exploration about this. The next time I had another occasion of blessing brinjal plant. I was conducting some experiments. On the other side, I started another experiment of my own where I blessed a part of this brinjal crop and another set without blessing. The blessed part gave sixfold more yield than control unblessed one. Similarly, uh, I did some more experiment. After my retirement, I came to Aliyar. Here again, I was prompted to conduct some experiment to prove this effect of a blessing. I conducted some experiments in a scientific manner. The blessed plot gave 60 to 120% more yield. It was quite amazing. No one believed it. I repeated for 5 years. All through these years, I gathered the blessed plot gave more yield, 60% to 100% more yield than unblessed one. Then I took this for further confirmation to Agriculture University with the help of the Vice Chancellor and the other scientists. We ran that experiments. There also they found blessing gives more yield than control. They develop a lot of resistance against diseases. Phenol contents, which gives this resistance, was more, chlorophyll content was more, the yield was more, like that. I cannot go further on this detail. The blessed one gave more yield. With this experiment, now I am going further on farm trials. On farm means I take the result to the farmers. Last year I started. Now the farmers give the same kind of result. I started with the farmers growing rice, farmers growing groundnut, farmers growing other vegetables. The result is ranging from 7 to 30% increased yield over the control. What else we need? We have to go further and further to prove that blessing is always helpful. First, it develops a broad outlook, expansion of the mind, feel the whole thing to be divine. We have to live in good cordiality. Peace prevail. Prosperity will be there. There will not be any hate among humans by way of race, caste, religion, and all. Everything is divine. Everything is a consciousness. For every action, there is a result. With this, I like to conclude. We have to bless each other. We have to bless the whole world for good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. Thank you very much. Vazhka. I am concluding. I am thanking you all for listening this. Thank you so much.
Be blessed by the divine. Thank you so much, sir, for the excellent speech. You have very well explained based on your practical experimentation for the past so many years. Maharishi says, if you do this regularly and sincerely, that is the habit of blessing, then your enemies will become your friends in due course of time.
Sure.
Which was beautifully explained by our senior professor, Dr. Lakshmanan sir. And Maharishi also adds one more thing, that the medical men of olden days have written about alchemy, the science of converting base metals into gold.
Yeah.
What Maharishi also teaches is the type of alchemy where the enemies are changed into friends, and this was also beautifully explained by our senior professor. We thank you so much, sir, for the excellent explanation about the benefits of blessings. And dear Sky meditators, Now the forum is open for discussions. Please click the raise hand button in your Zoom app to ask your questions. While you get ready with the questions, we have some important announcements. Practice Kayakalpa regularly to improve your immunity system. If not yet learned Kayakalpa Yoga, please visit kayakalpayoga.edu.in or download the Android application. Please recommend it to your friends and relatives so that they can also learn and improve their immunity system. Our monthly journal Unboli is also available in the Android app. Download the Unboli app from the Android Play Store. Get access to the premium content of our Guru's speeches. Connect with us on Facebook and YouTube at Sky Yoga TV to listen to all the past speeches of our beloved professors on various aspects of Sky Yoga. Karma Yoga principles of Vedatrium suggest donating 1% of our income to the good causes of society. Be generous, donate to the World Community Service Center. There are multiple channels to do that, either through the Unboli app or through our official website vedatri.edu.in. Just to mention, you would get Section 80G IT exemption for these donations. Now let us move on to the question and answer session. Please click the raise hand button if you have any queries. Subramanian sir, please unmute yourself and ask your question, sir. Subramanian sir, please unmute yourself. Sir, you have to unmute at your end, sir. Subramanian sir. So he is unable to unmute. Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Okay. Be blessed by the divine. Sir, I am very happy to listen that your speech. Very fine, sir, and you extract of the benefit of blessings. I appreciated that, sir. However, I want to tell on one more thing to you that Mr. Rajendran, Dr. Rajendran,
Yes.
worked in Agricultural University. He also done that experiment in the plants. Is it, sir? It is correct or not, sir?
Yes, correct. He is one of my good friends. You see,
Oh, I see.
how we worked together. That paper was initiated on my suggestion only.
Oh.
I went to his lab. He was thinking of about the research to be given to his student. Then I suggested this. Why don't we take this? Immediately he agreed and gave this to his students. That was the first paper. Thank you so much.
Sir, today, sir, please.
Yeah.
Today, I come to conclusion that the blessing is not only giving the benefit to the human body, it is also to give the benefits of the plants. Very nicely you given the brief lecture, sir. Thank you very much. Be blessed by the divine.
Thank you for much.
Be blessed by the divine. Any more queries? Geeta Pai Desai, ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Balge Samruddhi, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Sir, it was a great explanation which we have come across. Sir, can you use this blessing method to manifest materialistic, like comforts also, sir?
Yes, we can. We have to do. We have to do. Let that awakening come to the entire society. That's very important. We started experimenting this on two aspects. One, to prove that blessing will work. Because one person asked Swamiji, if I bless, will it happen? If you bless, it is happening. If I bless, will it happen? Swamiji told, it is functioning. It will function. So it is a cause and effect system. To prove this only, I undertook this. That way I proved it. Another thing, the second aspect, by blessing the plants, more yield is produced. There will not be any famine, more production of food, other raw materials needed to life. So on these two aspects, we succeeded very well.
Thank you, sir. Be blessed by the divine. Jai Kumar, sir, please unmute and ask, sir. Okay, we'll ask him.
Unmute, sir.
Yeah.
I'm speaking from Tirupati. Just I want to know, we are in the blessings, we are including sons and daughters. In that one, why can't we include our daughter-in-laws and son-in-laws also?
Sure. Life partner means it comes on that.
No, the life partner we are not mentioning. No,
You and the family.
life partner we are,
Yes,
for
see,
our life partner we are blessing.
you can.
Son-in-law,
Nothing wrong.
daughter-in-law.
If you are blessing your son, your daughter, the associated people all are blessed. You cannot go on up the grandchild and like that. If you wish your son means your daughter-in-law and the children. If you wish your daughter means your son-in-law and all. So it is not limited. See, you cannot go on expanding one by one. So generally we are wishing means it goes to every member of that family.
Thank you, sir. And Jayanti Sridhar, ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Varga Valamudan.
No.
Sir, I just have one question. Usually, because we are supposed to be, the best effect of blessing is received when we do it in Turiam, being in the Turiam state. But as we are doing a walking or a jogging, at that time also can we stay in Turiam and do this blessing?
You can do very well, very well. See, Turiya means you need not sit in the meditation posture. You can expand well. You can stay at Turiyam at the same time while you are walking. You are also cautious enough, but your mind is always with that. You can bless. I have enough experience on that also.
Be blessed by the divine.
When you bless means your mind is very much concentrated on the person you are thinking.
Thank you, sir. Uma Shankar, sir, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually my question was like related to the time when, like, during the meditation, after finishing the meditation, when we do blessings, either in the morning or in the evening times. Apart from that, any other time we feel like blessing anything, we can do it? No, any specific time or something is there?
No, not at all. See, meditation only is bring down the mental frequency, withdrawing from the outer activities. That's called pratyahara dharana. Then it leads to dhyana. You are withdrawing from other activities. This may happen to anyone because of experience. You can withdraw. Still, you can work. Instead of scrolling out, you can withdraw your mind and then feeling on your duty and other things. The concentration of the mind is very important. You can do at any time. But one thing, you keep your mind on your duties also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Be blessed by the divine. We thank you very much for patiently answering all our questions and sharing your insights and divine thoughts. Dear Sky Meditators, it's time for us to express our gratitude to our beloved professor. Let us all bless our professor. Please come to Duriya State. Senior Professor Dr. S. Lachmanan, sir, be blessed by the divine. His good health, be blessed by the divine. His loving family, be blessed by the divine. His divine service, be blessed by the divine. We would like to extend our blessings to the following sky meditators for their kind donations made yesterday. Your generous donations will help us a lot to serve the society. Maithili, Sedurayar, Dr. Dhanapati, Kumar, S. Malaravan, Gomati Ramarajan, and Kirtika. By the grace of divine, may you and your family enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, peace, prosperity, and wisdom. We once again thank you for your generous donations. Be blessed by the divine. We are happy to bring the following online programs live from Alia Temple of Consciousness tomorrow. Morning 6 a.m. exercises in Tamil. At 7 a.m. we have 9 center meditation in Tamil. At 7:30 a.m. 9 center meditation in English. By 11 a.m. there's a speech in Tamil on the topic Vedatriya Ayu Payangal by Senior Professor Dr. K. Perumal from Alia. Evening 6 p.m. we have Duryatita meditation in Tamil. 7:30 p.m. Duryatita meditation in English. And by 7:55 p.m. there's a speech in English on the topic Eradication of Worries by Professor Dr. Sangeeta from Alia. Please share the program invite with your friends and relatives. Let everyone take part in this spiritual journey and get benefited. We thank our beloved President Arulnidhi Padma Shri S.K. Mailanandan sir for his leadership and guidance. See you all tomorrow. Till then, be safe. Practice our Kundalini Yoga. This is Ramesh from the Alia Temple of Consciousness IT team. Be blessed by the divine. Good night.